My name is Jennifer Murray. I'm from Greenville, Ohio, and the title of my thesis is Savasana, Assisting Arthritis Patients. So my capstone is all about serving the aging population who suffers from arthritis. The claim that I'm sort of trying to make with my capstone is that the future of design is relational. So it is a design research project. And how I sort of conducted it is I formed this group of individuals that I call my community members. They all suffer from arthritis themselves, and they signed on to be my co-creators for the semester, and they've been helping me out through the process. And I'd really say they are my inspiration. I'm trying to ultimately help individuals just like them. And I really enjoyed spending so much time with them, and they kept me inspired and motivated throughout the semester. So I ultimately want to make their lives a little bit easier, a little bit simpler with whatever comes out of this project. But I really want, in the design world as a whole, I really want to show that the designer should humble themselves and should include other people, should definitely include whoever is going to be affected by this in the end, and that those people should ultimately have a voice throughout the process. So an accomplishment to me looks like my community members and those people, their voice ultimately being heard by what I do. I hope that people view my project as being really human-centered and humanizing. I hope that people can learn from the actual real-life experiences of my community members. I hope that they can sympathize and empathize with their life, and I hope that that they can sort of experience the research with me as I spent time with them. I hope that viewing my work, you also feel like you're spending time with them and learning from them. So first and foremost, I think that the problem that I wanted to solve was the ego of the designer. I think there's a major issue in the design world of designers thinking they can solve everything themselves without the help of anyone else, that they have all the answers. And I really wanted to solve that problem in just saying, I don't have the answers and I need help from people. I don't know what what a life living with arthritis actually looks and feels like. So if I want to really ultimately solve for it, I'm going to need to spend time with people who do experience that. And then the second problem I'd say I'm trying to solve is just how can I make the lives of these individuals a little bit easier, a little bit simpler in whatever way I can. I found a lot of joy and enthusiasm from my co-op experiences. One in particular was with Live Well Collaborative, and they do design research in a collaborative way for the healthcare industry primarily. I really fell in love with working for the healthcare industry because it moves so slow, but it has this great reward of how you're helping those people in the end. So that kind of paved a pathway for me to work primarily in healthcare as a designer as well. And also just got me really excited about design research. I'd say a class that really shaped me was trend forecasting. For all of us, it was a totally new skill. That class was taught by Brooke and Emily. And I think I just knew right away that was a skill that I loved and I wanted to foster and I wanted to carry on throughout school and definitely into my thesis. And it really helped shape my thesis project and brought a lot of richness to it. So yeah, trend forecasting was just huge in a way that no other class probably was for me. I'm mostly proud of the collaboration and the collaborative effort of this project. I'm proud that at the end of it all, I'm not the only one who owns it, but I'd say my community members own it as well. I met with some specialized yoga instructors, and I'd say they own it as well. There are so many people and stakeholders that were a part of bringing this project to fruition, and I am most proud that it's all of ours, and we can all take away from it. Yes, I would like to stay in the field of design research and strategy, probably working in qualitative research, utilizing my consumer insight skills, my trend forecasting skills, my market research skills, and probably working in an agency world or a firm or a corporation of some sort. But I definitely like to stay in that realm of things. So when the stay-at-home order was in place, I was moving into a second phase of my project. The first phase of my project, I actually went to all of my community members' homes. I was invited into their homes, so I sat down with them. I had coffee with them, spent time one-on-one in person, and that just brought this whole rich part of research to me. I felt like I wasn't just hearing their words, but I was experiencing their lives with them in their homes. And I think that I got a lot out of that experience. So moving into the second phase, I of course wasn't able to do that, and it all shifted to spending time with them over Zoom or FaceTime or even just emailing or calling. And this project is so human and human-centered, so that was a missing piece that I felt very strongly. But I'm glad and fortunate to be able to speak with them in other forms of communication, of course. But I think that that was definitely a way that it affected my project.